Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to your very own Try It Before You Buy channel with your host Karamullah Kadwani. Today is going to be all about Ambre Sultan from the House of Serge Lutens. But before we do get into this one, if it is the first time you're tuning into my channel or still haven't subscribed but enjoy fragrance reviews, price points and alternatives where possible, in my humble opinion, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss another video. This is going to be my third review of the day. Ambre Sultan by Serge Lutens is a fragrance for men and women. Ambre Sultan has launched in 1993. The nose behind this fragrance is Christopher Sheldrake. Here's what Serge Lutens has to say about the scent. Evoking a fragment of amber resin picked up by Serge Lutens during a wander through the souks of Marrakesh, which lay forgotten for years inside a Thuja wood box. This perfume marks a return to a focus on the identity and authenticity of unique ingredients. This fragrance is not an Oriental but an Arab and a Lutens. That being the case, don't expect it to fit in. The point of departure was a scented wax found in a souk and long forgotten in a wooden box. The amber only became sultanesque after I reworked the composition using cistus, an herb that sticks to the fingers like tar. Then added an overtone that nobody had dreamt of, vanilla, and that's what Serge Lutens has to say about this scent. A perfume line created by Serge Lutens in his own image, minimalist, straight line, angular and uncompromising. Each of these bottles with their refined style reflects the exacting nature and character of their creator. A sobriety which enhances the richness and sumptuousness of the perfumes, whose scents and colors are as numerous and as nuanced as precious stones and our personalities. In his now iconic olfactory creations, the perfumer Serge Lutens has for over 20 years been producing strong alcohols with Prussian accents from Feminine du Bois to Ambre Sultan and La Fille de Berlin. Each perfume tells their own exceptional story and has their own unique signature, perhaps even yours. A word from Serge Lutens for the brand. The primary essence of Serge Lutens perfumes does not reside in the assembly of a list of ingredients, but in an experience, a sensitivity, doubts, anger, fragility, joy also. Each of them represents a moment of ourselves. Torturing raw materials to make them confess. Serge Lutens has not made a profession of it but an art. Olfactory notes only mentions amber, vanilla and patchouli. However, there's more to it than mentioned on their site. I think those are probably the star notes of the composition. So it does have notes of coriander, amber, oregano, bay leaf, myrtle, angelica root, sandalwood, patchouli, benzoin and vanilla. A concoction. This is still very relevant, doesn't feel dated at all. Also referred to as a modern day reference amber fragrance. If I was to summarize the experience, it's spicy, rich, creamy, herbal, resinous, smoky, incense, woody. All of those are words to best describe this one. Amber though is the major player. Resinous quality of amber mixed with vanilla. At first though, it's present, but in the opening stays much in the background, holding the fragrance together, and the spicy nuances are in your face. Feels like a spice rack. It's kind of a dry experience though. Could call this one a spice bomb. Staying like that for 2 to 3 hours. The dry down brings in more of that incensey, smoky vibe. The amber vanilla intensifies in the heart, and the dry down done to perfection. Not overtly sweet. At times it comes off edible, but at Other times it comes off smoky, woody, incensey. That's the kind of a contrast that I get. So you can't necessarily eat this one. The flavor this brings is a 10 of 10. But the only beef with Serge Lutens fragrances I have is it's an olfactory experience just for yourself. These are not bangers or massive projectors, but revolutionary in the way they're constructed. Wow! It's super awesome though. Kind of reminds me of the dry, arid like desert air. It has this dustiness about it. As we used to spend our entire weekends out in the desert, and we were affiliated with one of the off-road fraternities back in the day, could come off as a winter banger with the notes. However, it's an amazing smell profile, but longevity, projection and sillage is a nah. Ambre Absolute is more of a favorite scent for me, but by the House of Tomford is now discontinued. The profile and performance on that one is way better, way better. I'll wind this one up quick. There's just so much to say, but just my 2 cents on this perfume. It is an extremely sexy composition to say the least, but then an experience just for you to experience, and others around you won't exactly, you don't wear it for compliments. Other people around you may not be able to pick up the scent at all. It's kind of a skin scent, even on initial spray. Doesn't project as much, doesn't have massive sillage. Do let me know your thoughts. Also let me know if you already have this gem of a composition in your collection, or if you're at least willing to give it a try after watching this review. Do give me a thumbs up if you take anything of value from this. Do share your experiences, and don't forget to comment. Feel free to ask me any questions, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my capabilities. Until the next time, your host Karamullah Kadvani signing out.